Before you head to the grocery store, you may want to rethink a few items on your shopping list. Over the next several weeks, many everyday foods could become more expensive as higher production costs, weather-related supply issues, and trade uncertainty continue affecting grocery prices. This isn't about panic buying or filling your pantry overnight. It's about recognizing which products offer the best value today before prices have a chance to climb again. Buying a few extra items you already use could help stretch your grocery budget through the rest of the year. Today, we're counting down 12 grocery items you should consider buying before the 1st of September 2026. Let's start with one of the most common proteins in American kitchens. Number 12. Ground beef. Ground beef remains under pressure because the US cattle herd is still recovering after several difficult years of drought. With fewer cattle available and feed, labor, and transportation costs remaining high, beef prices aren't expected to fall quickly before September. If ground beef is a regular part of your weekly meals, now may be a good time to buy larger family packs while they're on sale. Divide them into smaller portions and freeze them for future meals. It's a simple habit that can save money without changing the way you shop. Now let's move to another section of the store that many families visit every week. Number 11. Avocados and fresh produce. Price increases in the produce aisle don't stop with avocados. Many popular fruits and vegetables sold in the United States are imported from Mexico, including peppers, cucumbers, tomatoes, limes, and mangoes. When transportation costs increase or trade policies change, these products are often among the first to become more expensive. Since fresh produce has a short shelf life, buying large quantities usually isn't practical. Instead, take advantage of weekly sales, freeze vegetables that store well, and consider seasonal alternatives whenever prices spike. Small adjustments like these can make a noticeable difference over time. If fresh foods become more expensive, many shoppers naturally turn to pantry staples. That's where the next item comes in. Number 10. Peanut butter. Peanut butter has long been one of the most affordable and dependable sources of protein. But as beef and other meats become more expensive, more households are choosing peanut butter instead, increasing demand across the category. At the same time, higher manufacturing, packaging, and shipping costs continue adding pressure to grocery prices. The good news is that unopened jars can stay fresh for well over a year. If you find a good sale, buying 1 or 2 extra jars now could save money later without taking up much pantry space. It's one of the easiest items on this list to buy ahead. Many people also expect frozen vegetables to remain a low-cost backup. That may not be true for much longer. Number 9. Frozen vegetables. Frozen vegetables are still a smart value, but they may not stay that way through the end of summer. Unlike fresh produce, frozen foods require constant refrigeration during processing, storage, and transportation, making them especially sensitive to higher energy costs. Those added expenses don't always appear immediately, but they often reach store shelves a few months later. If your family regularly buys frozen broccoli, spinach, corn, or mixed vegetables, adding an extra bag during your next shopping trip is an easy way to prepare. They store well for months, reduce food waste, and can help you avoid paying higher prices as we move closer to September. Up next is another pantry staple that offers excellent value today and can last for years when stored properly. Number 8. Pasta and dry grains. Pasta, rice, dried beans, and lentils have always been some of the best bargains in the grocery store. But rising import costs, shipping expenses, and stronger demand are starting to put pressure on these everyday staples. Even if you usually buy store brands, prices can still rise as more shoppers switch to lower-cost pantry foods. The advantage is that these products have an excellent shelf life. Stored in a cool, dry place, they can last for years, making them one of the easiest items to buy ahead. If you see a good sale before September, it may be worth adding a few extra bags to your pantry. The next item has quietly stayed affordable for years. That may soon begin to change. Number 7. Canned fish and seafood. Canned tuna, salmon, sardines, and mackerel have remained dependable sources of affordable protein for a long time. However, tighter global seafood supplies and higher import costs are beginning to push prices higher. Many shoppers haven't noticed the changes yet because increases have been gradual. But if current trends continue, canned seafood may not stay this affordable for much longer. Since these products can last several years in your pantry, buying a few extra cans now is a practical way to prepare without overspending. Next, let's look at another everyday staple that many families use almost every day. Number 6. Butter and dairy products. Butter, cheese, and other dairy products continue to face higher production costs. Feed prices, transportation expenses, and energy costs all affect the journey from the farm to your local grocery store. While dairy prices haven't jumped overnight, they've been moving steadily higher over time. Butter freezes well, and many cheeses can also be stored for extended periods when properly wrapped. Buying an extra package during a sale today could help you avoid paying more later this fall. Another common kitchen staple is also beginning to feel similar pressure. Number 5. Canned tomatoes and tomato products. Whether it's canned tomatoes, tomato paste, or pasta sauce, these pantry staples are becoming more expensive to produce. Higher tomato prices, combined with processing, packaging, and transportation costs, continue adding pressure throughout the supply chain. Fortunately, these products have a long shelf life and are used in countless everyday meals. If they're already part of your weekly cooking routine, picking up a few extra cans or jars before September is a simple way to lock in today's prices. The final 4 items are some of the most widely used products in American kitchens, and they may see some of the biggest price changes in the months ahead. Number 4. Cooking oils. Cooking oils are easy to overlook because price increases usually happen gradually. But products like vegetable, canola, and sunflower oil continue to face higher production and transportation costs, making them more expensive over time. If cooking oil is something your family uses every day, buying a larger bottle during a sale often provides better value than replacing smaller bottles later. Stored in a cool, dark place, most cooking oils stay fresh for months. One type of oil, however, is facing even greater pressure. Number 3. Olive oil. Olive oil has been one of the hardest hit grocery items over the past few years. Poor harvests in major producing countries have reduced global supplies, while import costs continue adding pressure to prices. Because the United States imports most of the olive oil it consumes, shoppers are especially likely to notice future price increases. If olive oil is a regular part of your cooking, picking up an extra bottle before September could save you money later this year. The next item isn't found in the cooking aisle, but millions of Americans can't start their day without it. Number 2. Coffee. Coffee prices have continued climbing as poor weather affected harvests in several of the world's largest coffee-producing regions. With demand remaining strong and supplies taking time to recover, experts expect prices to remain under pressure. Coffee also stores well when kept sealed in a cool, dry place. Whether you buy whole beans or ground coffee, grabbing an extra bag during a good sale is an easy way to avoid paying more later. And finally, the number 1 item on today's list. Number 1. Broth, stock, and canned beans. Chicken broth, beef stock, and canned beans may not be the most exciting groceries, but they're some of the smartest to buy before September. These pantry staples are still relatively affordable, yet they're becoming more expensive as production, transportation, and ingredient costs continue rising. Because they have a long shelf life, buying a few extra cartons or cans doesn't create waste if you know you'll use them. They're inexpensive, easy to store, and ready whenever you need a quick meal. As grocery prices continue changing, the goal isn't to panic or stockpile. It's simply to shop with a plan. Buying a few extra essentials while prices are still reasonable can help protect your grocery budget over the months ahead. Focus on the foods your family already eats, watch for sales, and avoid buying items you won't actually use. A little planning today could make a noticeable difference by the time September arrives. Thanks for watching, and before you go, let us know in the comments. Which of these grocery items will you be buying before September 1st?